Hello class and welcome to COMS171 online for Winter 19 semester. This is an orientation for you as to what to expect for this course during the semester and the different ins and outs of Blackboard and how to use it related to your assignments, how to get them done, how to turn them in, and etc. So I'll be going over that pretty straightforward, and hopefully it'll be a short video, not to make you fall asleep listening to me. My name is Joel. I'll be your instructor for the semester. So anything that you'll need, I'm available. Please feel free to get hold of me. I'll get back to you ASAP. And let's go ahead and jump into Blackboard. As soon as you log into Blackboard, the first thing you'll see is announcements. That is basically the way I will communicate with you guys, mostly by putting announcements in Blackboard as anything that I want you to worry about, updates, etc. So this is the place for you to keep checking often during the week, so more than once during the week. So if you guys are watching the video, that means you read this, which is telling you to go under getting started a folder and watching the video. The next step I'll need you to do is under this right here. You can open it in a new browser. It's a consent form for online students, so you'll need to do, so you'll go Winter 2019, fill in your name. It's a one-time thing, and that's pretty much what it is. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Next is under discussion board. Please, in the next couple of days, try to introduce yourself. Simple questions that you answer. And I know you guys are IT folks. You're not big on a lot of writing, but just, give sentences, explain, like providing answers to these. So I did put a quick intro about myself, not required for you to read it. If you need to do so, please feel free and ask me any questions in there. I have current events. That's for anything that you guys find interesting that you would like to share with your class. Please post them in here, articles, reviews, anything pretty much that you can do. Now, peer review here, I did put this in here for you as a way to communicate with your classmates. It's the same way that if you are in a classroom format. So if you have any issues related to uploading something, a problem with a document or something, I want you to post it first here. I'll be checking this on a daily basis, so I want your other classmates to look at it and try to answer it. So put your questions under peer help first, and then from there you'll go to the, if you don't get an answer within a day or two, I'll be able to reply to it, or I'll email you and go from there. So let's go ahead and jump into the syllabus. If you go under syllabus folder, you'll be able to find your syllabus. So my name is Joel, like I stated. My office is in the RTC building, the technology building, second floor, 2320. And these are my office hours for now. If they change, I will update the syllabus and post an announcement in Blackboard for you guys. Really easiest, quickest way to get hold of me is through email. I do check my email 7 days a week. The only thing I'll ask you is, if you don't take the time to do much as putting your name and then the class, I need you to put the class. I receive a lot of junk mail daily, and I do not read them or open them. I usually ignore them or delete them. If I see COMS 171, I'll know it's from a student, WW1, and I need to get back to you ASAP. If you don't hear from me within a 24 to 28 hours, please email it again until you get a reply from me. So even if I don't have an answer, I will at least reply telling you I did get your message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Then nothing to worry about. Attendance is taken in Blackboard. Attendance is for financial aid purposes. Please make sure to complete attendance on a weekly basis if you are getting funds from the government like financial aid and etc. If you're paying out of pocket, then you don't have to worry about attendance at all or whatsoever. This is strictly for financial aid purposes, and it's due. Our semester starts on Saturday, and so it's due before the following Saturday. So it's due before Friday of the following, the following Friday, 11:59 p.m. It's a survey. I'll show you. It's in Blackboard that you take within your units. Textbook that you'll need, you must have it. It's a must because everything that you need is out of it, your content, your assignments, and etc. So if you don't have that, please try to get it as soon as possible. Course objectives, class expectations, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. It's an introduction to C++. It's for you to understand how C++ works. You'll be learning about terminology. You'll be learning about concepts. You'll be learning about how to use Microsoft Visual Studio, which I'll go over in a sec also. Assignments, everything is through Blackboard. Your quizzes, it's through Blackboard. Your exams are through Blackboard. Your project at the end of the semester will be through Blackboard. So all the assignment, everything that I assign you is in Blackboard. You'll have to go into the unit that we're working on that week, download whatever instructions are, completed, and upload it back to Blackboard. And I'll go over that in a sec also. The grades, the usual, nothing major. Now grading, it tells you about 1,000 points, but that might change depending on the semester, how it's going. We might do all the assignments, we might not do some of them, I may change some of them. So basically just follow my grades in Blackboard and you'll see whatever is in there, that's what you'll be graded on overall. Course work assessment due dates, that is something very, very critical that you guys need to keep track of. First day of class, first day of the semester is January 12th. We'll be covering chapter 1. The assignment is due, whatever assignment is in there, a quiz, an assignment is due before the following week, which is the following Saturday, which is January 18th before 11:59 p.m. It's the same process for every single chapter that we have from now until the end of the semester. So it is very critical for you to keep track of it. Late work, I usually don't accept late work. You have a week to get the work done, so please do not procrastinate until the last minute to get it done. The assignments are pretty easy, they're not complicated. It's just there's sometimes a little bit time consuming. Incomplete policy is not available for this class. Hopefully withdrawal policy, you're not going to deal with that or in this grade. Financial aid, please contact the financial aid department in the Prawl building. Cheating is something that is a little bit critical because most of the assignment that I give you or a lot of the code is probably available online. So I have no problem you using the net to research stuff, going through Google, Dr. Google or Grandpa Google, whatever you want to call it, is fine. I'll be more than happy for you to go in there and look at stuff, but you cannot just copy and paste code and turn it in as your own work. That's plagiarism, and I'll be using Turnitin, which allows me to see where the code is coming from. So you can use resources online, but you have to create your own code. A good coder is someone that can use resources online and then utilize that to create their own code. So please be very careful with that, as copying, pasting code from the net is plagiarism. Title IX, disability services, if you have any of those and you qualify for, please contact the disability services in the Prawl building. They'll be able to give you a form and what needs to be done, and then you'll need to get hold of me as soon as possible. It is fine for you to just scan the form and email it to me, and that'll be fine. I'll make sure that you have the proper accommodation needed. We have also a team called the care team. For any reason you need help with stuff personally, please contact them. These guys are professionals. They're there just for this purpose, and they'll be more than happy to assist you with this. System policy, I'll leave all of this for you. The only thing I ask student responsibility is to check Blackboard announcement. Please take a few times during the week to check it. Will take you 2 minutes to log in, check announcements. If there is nothing, then you're good to go. That is the only way for me to get hold of you guys. And if I forget something, or I need you to look at something, or I changed something, or I modified an assignment, or etc., please check. This is really the best way for me to get hold of you. If there is any changes to the syllabus, which I do not foresee, but if something happened, I will update the syllabus, I will post it in Blackboard, I will post an announcement, and I will email you. So please, I cannot emphasize enough the need for you to check announcements in Blackboard. Now let's go ahead and jump into the learning units. That's where you'll find your units. Every week you'll have one that will open. So unit 1 will be available until Friday 11:59 p.m. and then a new unit will open for week 2, and etc. All the units will look exactly the same. So you have a lesson plan telling you what we'll be studying, the objectives, activities that I tell you what to do. So for this first one is reading chapter 1, completing the reading comprehensive quiz, which is right here. Please do not start the quiz until you're ready to take it, as if you start the quiz, you're not going to be able to stop it, and you're not going to be able to retake it. So read your chapter, go over the review questions, look at the answer key for the review questions, then from there go ahead and start your quiz and get it done that way. And then also you'll need to download, if you don't have it already, Visual Studio Enterprise 2017, which is through Microsoft Imagine. I did submit about a week ago a request for Microsoft to create accounts for you, and it was approved. So as soon as you log in, you'll be able to find multiple things. It's actually a lot of fun. There is operating systems like Windows 10. There is Visual Studio. That's the one that you guys need, that you need to download. There is Visio. There is multiple things that you guys can play with. There is Server. There is SQL Developer, etc., etc. So there's so much that you guys can download. If I was you, I'll take some time and go in there and download every single application available. You can search whatever you're looking, and then Microsoft do the updates often. So it's a good idea to go in and download stuff. So like I said, your accounts were approved, and if you already had an account, it was re-authenticated. The only thing that you need to do is go under Microsoft Imagine. If this is the first time for you to log in, please check your Mott email, because they will send you a username and a temporary password where you can log in to Microsoft Imagine and then download the Visual Studio Enterprise or Visual Studio 2017. So that's the one that you'll be using for this one. So if you start Visio 17, it's pretty simple. It's basic like when you start it, then you go under File, and then New, and then you go under Project, and then what we'll be using from Visio is, if you go under Microsoft Visual Studio VS, is we're going to run our code under the Windows Console application. So you go to C++, Visual C++, because you'll have C#, you'll have a lot of different application possible that you'll be able to download and utilize. And if you guys are taking the other classes, the programming classes, you'll be also able to use it for Python and etc. But once you go under C++, the one we'll be using is Windows Console application. You just open it. Take a sec to open. Sometimes it's a little bit slow, so don't get frustrated with it. Just be patient. Once you open that, you'll be able to start just typing your code, which we'll wait for a sec for this to open. Let's go back to Blackboard. Then from here, like it tells you download Visual Studio from Microsoft Imagine. Then you have PowerPoint slides you'll be able to review. Then you have the quiz. I strongly recommend that you try to go over the review questions first before looking at the answer key, and then you'll be able to compare them that way. Let's see if Visual Studio is open. Yep. Now the new 17 comes with a header, or you can call it a library or whatever you want to call it. It is already pre-made. So it's right here. This is already pre-made, and you'll be able to automatically go from there. So make sure not to delete this right here. This header is needed. That's with 17. With the 15 one that we had, you had to create an empty project, and then from there you did not need this section, and it even starts with your main function, which is int main, and then from there basic stuff that it goes and start telling you what needs to be done and how you need it to get it done. So how do you guys turn in your homework? Every time I assign you a homework, you'll be able to type it. So I'll do an example. Let's say I'm doing this right here, example. And what you'll do, you'll control F5 to run it, or you can just compile it under the logger, and it will compile. Once it compiles, there's two steps that you guys need to get done. One is basically it's taking a sec to compile. So right there you can see that's that's how it compiled, and what you need to do is basically use your window, make it a little bit bigger so I can see it, and then take a print screen of this, open a Word document, and then let's say it's there's no homework for chapter 1 other than the quiz, so chapter 2, and this is programming challenge. Let's see, programming challenge number 5, for example. That's what you guys will do. Give me a print screen of this, and then one more step, you'll have to go in and then copy your code and paste it under in the same Word document, and then turn it in. Oops, I did not copy for some reason, so let's see. copy code, and then paste the code. And right there I have your print screen showing that it did compile, and then from there I'll be able to look at the code. The reason is if your compilation, your output is incorrect, I'll be able to look at your code, I'll be able to copy it and paste it and run it and try to figure out why your code did not run properly. So you can zoom in, that'll be greatly appreciated, but I'm not gonna ask you to do that. If you can zoom in on the image and make the image a little bit bigger, which will be easier for me to review it, that'll be great, especially if your output. If not, it's cool, it's not a big deal, but make sure to copy and paste your code. So every time you do an assignment, you have this, and then you can do just one document for as many assignments that I have for you. So it can be 1, 2, 3, whatever assignments that I ask you to do, you can just do one, and that's pretty much what it is. So that'll be the easiest way to do it. You'll copy paste it. Once you paste that, your assignment is done, and then you save this. Okay, so I'll save it on my desktop. I opened actually I had another screen for module 2, unit 2, which is introduction to C++, and you'll be able to see the assignments that what I tell you recommended. These are completed recommended practices. I have a video of a demonstration for you to be able to review. Let me kill the sound. So right there, it allows you to go over the process of looking at an example that I went over, and I also gave you the code for it. So you'll be able to go over the process here of the example that I go over, so coding that, and then you'll be able to go under where is it, right here, programming challenge key, and then you'll be able to just open that and you'll have the code. So it's a way for you to study for your actually assignments that you need to complete. So right there you can see them. The code is available, so you can copy and paste the code and run it that way and learn, go through that process. And then you have your assignment telling you what you have to accomplish. The ones that you need to complete for this assignment are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. So those are the learning unit process. So if you go back to learning unit 1, the only thing that you need to do is download for the first week Microsoft Visual Studio 2017, read chapter 1, complete the quiz, and you're all set for week 1. So it's a pretty soft week, and then starting week 2, I'll have the same process again and again and again for you guys. Please guys, get hold of me. Do not wait until the last minute to get hold of me. The sooner you do that, the sooner I can answer questions that you might have and clarify it for you. For the quiz, let me show you basically how it works. You just click on the quiz title, begin, and then you just answer the questions. No need to do anything, just answer the questions and save and submit. That's pretty much what it is, and it will automatically grade it for you, and you'll be able to see the answer key for them immediately. That's pretty much what it is. It's pretty straightforward. Hopefully you'll have a great semester. Please get hold of me if there is any questions or anything that is not clear for you guys, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with this. I hope you'll have a wonderful semester, and hopefully we'll get in touch soon. Thank you.